Hey out there, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, Project Victory Lot. My name is Antoine, and I want to welcome y'all to the channel. If you haven't seen the introduction video, go back, check that out. Um, Please hit the like and subscribe. Check your boy out. Today, this video is going to be about what Project Victory Lap is going to be. The know and the unknowns. As of right now, I'm going to start off with what I know it's going to be. It's going to be a clean car. I'm going to get rid of any small rust, any imperfections that I feel like will not make this car a clean car. It's going to be a clean car. I want a clean third gen. It's going to be a bracket car as stated in the previous video. I plan on going bracket racing. It's going to be more of a extreme street car. I plan on doing a lot of top surface driving, a little bit of freeway driving, maybe something 60, 65 mile an hour tops. Nothing I can drive from state to state, but a nice car that I could drive on the street, take down local cruises, putt around anywhere between 45, 55 mile an hour on any given legal street. Posted speed limit being anywhere in between there. Um, the car is going to be ultimately a big block Chevy car. Now, whether it starts off with a big block or not, I'm not sure. It depends on what the money look like, but it's definitely end all be all going to be a nitrous powered big block Chevy. I'm going to bracket race it on motor. The grudge racer in me has to have some sort of power adder on it. Nitrous is going to be the choice of power adder, and we're going to say that for that guy who think he got my number. It's not going to be sprayed that often, but the car is going to have a nice shot of nitrous on it. The goal, I'm not going to disclose, the nitrous shot. But you will see the build of the motor, the combination. I'm going to get my combination the way whether I end up starting off with a small block and change it to a big block later. We'll see. Depends on what the money look like. The car is getting a 10-point chromoly cage, fiberglass dash that I planned on making look like a real stock dashboard. I'm going to take all my inserts, or the goal is to take all my inserts on my stock dash, put it in the fiberglass one, and try to make it a replica of a stock dashboard. I'm going to put all the electronics on the firewall, and I want it to be easier access instead of, I'm kind of getting on the fat side, y'all, so I don't want to climb up under the dashboard every time I want to access my electronics. So I'm going to just make it the fiberglass dashboard. One side of the dash is going to be able to pop in and out real easy. Is the car going to be fuel injected or carbureted? That's an unknown. Depends on what power output I go with or end up having, and if it's a small block, big block. If it's a small block, more than likely it's probably going to start off fuel injected. The Sniper kit got this gray area, man, between naturally aspirated engines between 650 and 800, depending on if you go with a 4150 flange or a 4500 flange. So it's this gray area. If I end up with a 700 horsepower small block or 750 horsepower 468 big block or 496 big block, I might have to co-carburate it. But all in due time, we'll see what happens. The end all be all goal minimum this car is going to make 500 horsepower. That's flywheel horsepower, not wheel horsepower. That's a 500 horsepower small block. I'm not building nothing smaller than a 23 degree headed 383. Sky's the limits from there. I might end up with a 540, 800 horse 540. Pump gas or race fuel, another unknown. It all depends on what I can come up with. I haven't made up my mind on that. I would prefer to lean more towards the pump gas, just because if I end up with a big block, I know I got a little bit more room where I can still make and run a good number, and the car can be more affordable to drive on the street. Gas is already high, so race fuel on the street makes it more expensive. The car is going to get painted more than likely something like a charcoal gray. It's going to be a darker gray with a blue pearl in it. That I do know. Redoing the tint. I'm going to do the LED light swap for the tail lights. I'm going to do the LED light swap for the turn signals and everything that comes with that. It's going to get, the whole interior is going to be redid, not just the dash. I got racing seats in the car, some nice Pro Car racing seats. I'm going to change the carpet from the gray to the black. We're going to do all of the paneling gray to black. I'm going to try to get the headliner wrapped in suede, try to do a little bit of suede touches on the doors. We're going to see about that. Overall, it's going to be a nice, clean street car, nice, clean third gen. It's going to be real interesting. I'm going to do some how-to videos. We're going to do the whole process. It's going to have a 9-inch Turbo 400 with a trans brake, first and second gear. We're going to do a little bit of street racing, a little bit of no prep racing on some spray, maybe. And I want to leave in second gear, you know, give me a little bit of a, I guess, handicap for traction, you know, kind of calm the car down a little bit. It's going to be a stock suspension or stock location suspension car. It's not going to be like back half to nothing like that. It's going to get a mini tub. As I mentioned before, it's going to get a chromoly 10-point with the swing out arms. I'm keeping my door handles, door armrests and all of that. It's going to be a creative process. It's a T-top car, so I'm going to keep all of that's going to be functional. The car is not going to have any heat in it. It's not going to have any wipers on it, unfortunately, because of the style hood that I want to run. The wipers, it goes all the way up to the hood, and I just don't care to have heat. I'm not going to drive the car in any cold climate air. So here it starts to get cold, like October. By November, this car will be put up, and it probably won't come back out to March. So it won't see any cold temperatures. But for the most part, it's going to see 3 seasons: spring, summer, and fall. So with all of that being said, you know, like, subscribe. I can't wait to get started on the car in a couple weeks. As I mentioned, I'm not going to be building this car alone. I got a buddy who's coming over. We're going to burn the cage in the car, and we're going to start with the cage and the mini tub, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to, following that, I'm going to pretty much de-rust the car and do some body work. We're going to make sure that all of the body work on this car is straight. I want to get every panel straight. I want to, you know, make sure that underneath the car is not really rusty, and I'm going to show y'all some videos. Car is pretty clean as it is, but it is a little surface rust here and there. It's still a 20-year-old car, 30-year-old car, actually. I apologize, 30-year-old car, and we got some surface rust that we're going to address. We're going to grind down underneath it and make sure we seal it and undercoat it, and we're going to show you the process of that after we mini tub it. So stay tuned, stay tuned. It's pretty excited about getting started on this in the next couple weeks. As I mentioned before, I am a 9-to-5 guy. I have a very, very, very small company I'm trying to build up. And in the process, it takes money to build these cars. So I'm going to be doing things, you know, it's going to be some small videos along the way, some cheap things, some free things. But y'all, please be patient with me. Stay tuned. It might take me 2 years to finish this car, and these videos might stretch across a good 2.5 years. So, but I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited with me. I know, you know, it's a lot of cool people out there who patiently waits for, you know, videos, and they cool with it. So rock with me, hit that subscribe and like, so when I do drop a video, you'll be the first one to get it. You'll be the first one to hear about it. And as always, thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Antoine, Project Victory Lap, and I can't wait to see you next time. Peace, and always love.